Hi everyone, glad to see you here today. Sorry it's been a while since I've uploaded some videos, been quite busy, got myself a new job and been doing a lot of training. So we're back at it. So for today I have pulled the Five of Staffs or Wands, and this card is telling me that this is a celebration, initial success, hope and joy is in the air. There is a harmony and peace to be had. However, once attained, this prosperity must be maintained. So, with the new things that are happening, there's new hope, there's new prosperity, a new happiness. And in doing this, you have it, but when you have achieved it, you must maintain it. You must nurture it. Much like a plant or a flower, you have to give it sun and water. So you give your heart and your soul, sometimes your tears. Maintain that new place that you've come. The fairy card that came with this one today is the Good Lady Fairy. Noble and good lies at the end, at the heart of destiny. Not at the end, at the heart of it. This card tells me you are about to be welcomed into new social circles that will open your eyes to fresh experiences. Difficult people can easily be handled by good manners and reserve, and many new acquaintances fall under your spell. Curiously and unexpectedly, someone you meet could play an important part in your life, and the attraction will be instant. From then on, you may change each other's lives for the better and know each other for more years to come. This may be a friendship for which you have yearned. Oh, I like that. A friendship that you may have yearned for. Having your eyes open to a fresh experience, that's pretty exciting. The Moon card for this is New Moon in Gemini. Communication is key. Now, I'm a big person about communication. I think that a lot of times when we are communicating with people, we often communicate with the intent to reply. A lot of people don't actually communicate with intent to listen. It's important to listen and to be heard. So communication is key. So this card tells you, I'm going to read it now, what it's telling us. A successful relationship usually comes down to one thing: communication. And the new moon in Gemini is all about the start of a new cycle for communicating with the person at the center of your question. Taking things through is the answer to whatever it is you're asking about. If you can't talk to that person, you can journal about it to yourself. Emails, text messages, and other forms of communication will also help you now. If the issue is you're asking about concerns, a sibling or neighbor, there's a new start coming, a time to wipe the slate clean, to start over. This card could also suggest that you've been too frivolous lately and need to get grounded again. But most importantly, drawing this card emphasizes the need to communicate. Write a list of all the people you love most and see if you're prioritizing them. Time to tell someone how you feel. Don't be all in your head and not in your heart. Someone is flirting with you. That's interesting. Read more books. I love that. Read more books. Books are great. Books edify the mind. Gemini is the sign of communication and socializing, of ideas and travel. And the energy around it and around this card, no matter when you pull it, is speedy, gossipy, or flirtatious. The new moon in Gemini is a wonderful time to get out and socialize. Gemini loves to chat. One thing to be aware of is that this card can also indicate being mentally scattered. Daily meditation will help to unscramble crossed wires in your brain. I like that. Daily meditations. Guess that's why we're doing this. Daily meditations. You want to get unscrambled in your brain. You want to communicate anything that you need to communicate. If you cannot talk to the person that you need to talk to, journal it down. Text message them, email them, write them a letter, and send it through post. These are different ways of communication that kind of create the inevitable part of the other person being able to see. Now, when you're talking to any person, this one speaks of a person in general, though, but any person, if they are unreceptive to you communicating with them, talking to them, talking back with you, try a different form of communication. Try something they can't help but look at. You send an email, they're going to open it. They're going to have no choice but to help but to open that and see what it's about. If it is a letter that's gone through the post office, I don't know, let's face it, if a letter comes through the post office to me, I'm going to read it because somebody took the time to write it. Communication is key. And the last card that I have pulled for today for the Sacred Earth Oracle, this one is called Core. So, let's see, the core, there's quite a few things to read on this too. The core card, its earthly meaning is a choice reveals what is at the heart of action or situation. The closer you get to the truth, the hotter the reaction. Offset external pressures by seeking inner calm. Wealth, relationships, and joy. Family, independence, status, control. Choose wisely. You have your heart to answer to. Shallow compliments or an aversion to meaningful dialogue is a red flag. Now that's definitely a thing. Shallow compliments or aversion. The spiritual meaning, how pretty that is. The spiritual meaning, the center of existence, the center of the universe, and the center of your being is everywhere. The center has no fixed address. Every blade of grass, every grain of sand, every stardust, every particle of you is the center. You are the rise and fall of a wave in the cosmic ocean, never to be repeated, unable to be grasped, yet infinite, eternal, and omnipresent. The insight. Reaching the center of the earth would mean tunneling over 6,000 kilometers through layers of soil, rock, molten metal, and solid iron, where the heat may be hotter than the surface of the sun. Any craft journeying to Earth's core would need to withstand temperatures of over 5,000 degrees Celsius and bear the weight of approximately 3.6 million atmospheres. That's around 334,000 tons of pressure. At the center of the pressure equalizes, and there is a weightlessness where external pressure becomes too much. Go within and seek the light of your center. Humanity has never come close to reaching our planet's core, but observing Earth's magnetic field, seismic activity, and gravitational pull give scientists the sense of what it's made of. They say you should never really know someone, but you can get a strong sense of what their heart is made of by observing their interactions with the world around them. Wow. That's really true. We never really know someone. And that is, and nobody ever really knows us. I've said for many times that you can know people and people can know you pretty good. Those who are really close to you know you really well, and those who are not will get to know you. But there's a part of us that is strictly meant for ourselves and whatever we see as our higher sense of self. Some will call this God, some will call this the universe, some will call this intuition. It has many names. And that doesn't matter what you call it. Just know that that part is something that you find inside yourself. Be true to it. If you see red flags, if people are not communicating with you the way you would like, be centered and find another way to communicate that. If they are unreceptive, that is definitely a red flag, and there are just some people you cannot get through to. You just won't be able to. They don't understand, and they're vibing on a different frequency than you are. Go to your core. Meditate. Be with yourself and understand yourself. Understand what it is you're really looking for. Is it a new career? Is it a relationship? Is it a relationship with yourself? Is it a relationship with your higher power? I would say that if you are going to try to have a relationship with other people, you need to have a strong relationship with yourself. You need to be independent with yourself and know yourself well. Not everybody's going to be receptive to that. They're not. These cards are telling me that we need to focus on inward, ourselves, our core, learning how to put out what we're trying to communicate by knowing ourselves inside and what it is we're trying to achieve. So those are the cards for today that I think we could meditate on. I think they're really good cards. I need to meditate on them. Like I said, a lot of new things have happened in my world right now, and communication is an important part of that. Understanding what's being communicated to me is important. That's really important, because if you don't understand what's being said to you, you can pick out words that, like, it's human nature to just key in on words and not key in on the entire thing that is being said. And I think that it is important, and I would urge that each and every one of us take the time to listen. And when they are done speaking, then think about your reply. And then reply. Don't just listen and wait for them to be done to just say what you have to say. And hopefully you'll get that in return. But probably not, because not everybody is going to be on that same wavelength. So what I can do is just suggest that we ourselves focus on these meditations for ourselves and do that. And then if people meet us on that, perfect. And if they don't, we just keep working on it. We just keep working on ourselves to make us the best us we can be, so that we can have a good quality of life for ourselves, even in the face of adverse people or situations or moments in our life. So those are the cards I pulled for today. Again, I'm real sorry, guys, that it's taken me like so long to do some videos. I'll have more to come. I'm working on some projects here at home, so I have space to do them. And I'm doing this new job, and they've got a lot going on with me right now. But I will be back on top of getting these videos. Thank you so much for your patience. And I'm signing off for now. Again, as always, be good to yourselves and be good to one another.